Here's my conversation with Baylor men's basketball coach Scott Drew. They're about to play St. John's tomorrow and Rick Pitino in the Bahamas. So what does it say, though? They obviously reacted well. You guys are on a streak. St. John's, Rick Pitino, Bahamas, and all that. But can you tell pretty early about, and you've had a great run, that guys understand what may have been the case, no matter how you have changed anything up on defense?
Yeah, I think you go into a season and you expect or think it might play out, and then the great thing is you got to make adjustments. And the more that our staff has learned our personnel, and the more the players have gotten used to playing with each other, and then what works and trusting each other, and from there, I think Arkansas was a huge win. Neutral floor, great our net rating game, and a tournament game atmosphere, and obviously they're very talented. So that was really good for our team. And then 2 home games playing in front of the Foster fans, and then not only winning, but winning the way that we were able to win. It's hard to beat people by big margins when they're well coached, and like Coach Gillespie, I think they held Florida State to 33 points at Florida State.
Yep.
So like we were able to speed them up, and then Sam Houston's a great team, a team that might win their conference again. So a lot of things trending in the right direction. Can you hear me now or not?
Yeah, I can. It's just it's not a great connection on
Okay,
either
sorry
end. That's
about
okay.
that.
No, that's okay. Scott, you had that Arkansas game. How important was it that you ended up playing them so quickly after the Gonzaga game? Because they're going to push you. It's not going to be 90-40. That they're going to push you. And the fact that your players, when the game got tight several times, they always seem to respond.
And you know what? That's something we'd seen in our scrimmages when we scrimmaged GCU and A&M, where we had opportunities where we could have folded or let runs get bigger, kind of like they did at Gonzaga. And Gonzaga's been the only time our guys haven't responded year to date. So hopefully that continues. And again, with 2 quality opponents, we'll find out just what other areas we got to work on to finish up our non-conference schedule and then get ready for conference. But excited with where we're trending and the things we've been able to accomplish in a short period of time. Our defense has gotten better. Our rebounding has gotten a lot better. The only thing that we probably did well in the first game is taking care of the ball. We need to. I think we're a single-digit turnover type team, so I'm looking forward to when we're 9 or less turnovers, because we're capable of that.
You have had these games overseas. You've made those tours to Europe, et cetera, but you've also had these classics in various parts, even outside the country. What's that experience like, and what does it do for you down the road?
Yeah, great question. Whenever you're away from your home, it just bonds you. You spend more time together, but especially when you're out of country. And now VJ knows everybody on the island. Everybody knows VJ. We're gonna have a lot of people cheered for us. And as our players say, when people walk by, I'm just with VJ.
Yep.
But I tell you, it's those are the things that really bring teams closer together. And those foreign trips are such an advantage. That's why you only get one every 4 years. And when you get them, it really jumpstarts your year. With us, a lot of turnover, no foreign trip. So this is critical to keep us trending in the right direction.
So can you try to describe what VJ's like in the Bahamas? What do the fans look at? Is he a rock star down there?
He's a Michael Jordan of the Bahamas.
Yep. That's what I thought. Paul Catalina had a question about he gets up so high with either follows or alley-oops or breakaways or whatever. He actually said, can you ask Scott if you get nervous that VJ almost goes up too high sometimes for a dunk?
Well, you get nervous anytime any player goes down or gets a hard foul. But at the same time, one thing about VJ, he's such a great athlete. He gets up and down before you even have time to worry about it.
yeah, he does. He's so like a trampoline. Scott, you've faced off against Hall of Famers, and you've had success against them, including you're going to be in that one day. You just beat Calipari. Now you have this one with Rick Pitino, who you faced one time before and you won. What's it like? Is it anything in particular? Is it any different to coach against someone like Pitino and others?
Whenever you and you get this in the Big 12, the coaching is so good that it really makes you. You got to have your A game plan, your B and C, because you're going to have to. It's kind of like a pitcher; you can't get them all out on fastballs. You're going to have some curves, sliders, changeups, and then preparing for teams like that. I mean, they just throw a bunch of different stuff at you. So you got to be on point. You got to be prepared. At the end of the day, I think Coach Pitino, Coach Calipari, Coach Few, we all agree with one thing, though. It's not the X's and O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. So normally great coaches have great players. And both teams have really good players, and that's why we're both in the top 25.
It's early in the year. How soon do you start to get to a point where you want to have your rotation set, or is that not really until conference play?
Great question. You'd like to have it set the first game of the year, but a couple things usually happen. One, what you think doesn't happen, and number two, there's always injuries, illnesses, foul trouble, whatever, mixing and changing until we get Langston back to where he can practice 24/7 and really get a good flow and rhythm and routine. We won't know our rotations, and at the same time, once you do know it, it seems like you always have somebody out with an illness or a minor injury. So really, you better have depth because you're going to need it, and that's why it always takes a team to win. But we look forward to the day getting Langston back to where we can really start to figure out who, when, what, where, and how they play together.
How does he handle all these constant things that pop up? Some of them freak injuries. Sometimes it's just the wear and tear of playing the game. How is he mentally?
Yeah.
Obviously very resilient.
Yeah, I think first it's you got to have a great support unit, and I mean he's got a great family, and spiritually he leans on his faith, and at the same time he's got great teammates to encourage him and praise him for his hard work, and him and Dave Snyder are best friends. So I mean they spend a lot of time together, and I can tell you Dave, and I'm half joking, but Dave is like Langston's been an adopted son to him because he loves him so much, spends so much time, just wants him to be healthy. So he'll play, but hopefully when he does, we don't want any setbacks. We want to keep it moving in the positive direction, and we long for the day where he's playing free, like I said, 24/7. So, and he's getting closer to that.
Last thing, you have had great non-conference schedules, and Gonzaga, Arkansas, now St. John's, UConn, and you're worried about right now with St. John's in the Bahamas. Is this your better? Do you have comparisons of your previous non-con schedules compared to this one this year?
Yeah. I tell you, from the high end side of things, I don't think we've ever played as high an end to schedule. And what I mean by that is you got to. I think we'll have more teams that will have a chance to make a Final Four, and then. And that's great because right away you know what you have to work on, and if it can work against these teams, it can work in the Big 12.
It's a business trip. You want to win the games, and you that's your goal. Is it a distraction at all being in such a beautiful place, or is that something where everyone knows they're pretty locked in?
Well, teams that want to have success on these trips are locked in, and it's a business trip. So to be honest, I like the distractions because hopefully it affects the other teams more than ours. But at the same time, why we've had so much success in these type of tournaments is the team has really bought into why they're here and done everything they could do to put ourselves in position to be successful in these tournaments. It doesn't guarantee you're going to win, but gives you the best chance.
Thank you, Scott. Appreciate it. Good luck. Thank you very much. Enjoy. I know you will. Being around a rock star in the Bahamas. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate your time.
Hey, sorry about the reception.
No.
And then let's get Alliance Bank. I'm just telling you, we can have fun with Shiro about that. You got to get that going.
I will
we got
talk.
to get you traveling more. All right.
I will bring that up. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Scott Drew
All
on
right, take care,
365
Smoky.
Sports.